What's up, YouTube? Today we are looking at something from Tope Knives. I know the dude's last name is Tope. I don't remember his first name. We're friends on Facebook, and I'm in a couple of the groups he is in and probably runs, but I just don't know. His first name, he makes knives. They're extremely popular. I'll probably get them in the future, some of them fixed blades. My knife collection's a little bit swollen right now, even though I have slimmed down somewhat, a little bit of the GECs, but I got to go back through my Ontario knives and see what ones really trip my trigger as far as that. This is not a knife. This is not a knife, though. I know you might think that, but it was really nicely wrapped in this, by the way. So I've had a little bit of time with it, not much. And we're going to weigh it. We're going to look at a couple of things. He has sent a little bit of swag. I do like this a lot. The fun lettering. All right, I can get rid of that. These are aluminum or aluminium if you're British. There is a very, I don't want to say common, but it does seem to be the stuff that everybody uses when they're making aluminum knuckles, and it's like the super, this is heavier than the knuckles. This is. Just to give you an idea of how not heavy these are. We'll weigh little bits of everything. Cheers, by the way. Titanium pen, survival pen by Maritac. / County Com. Man, what? I don't really see. Does this weigh as much as my keys? A little bit more than my keys. These aren't even my real keys. These are just... Here, let me throw on my real keys. I've got a decent amount of stuff on them, so I do expect them. Yep. And so also I have the East Coast Knuckles Screaming Frog that I blacked. More than double. Okay, so they're not heavy. Oh, where am I going to put this? Sorry about that. It's cold out. So we're going to turn this on. It's going to be to inches. One-inch finger stalls. They are circular in nature. A thickness of about a ½ inch. What is the total width? So yeah, I don't know how much experience Tope has with brass knuckles, but he did say that he, was very involved in the making of these. He didn't just order them from someone. He had a lot to do with the design. It's got his skeleton and what appears to be some sort of Viking helmet. And you've got Tope made in the USA. I think these were like 160-ish, 165-ish, maybe a little bit less. I think it was 160, so 150 plus shipping. And then we've got what makes these in my mind a little, besides these are $80, so they're literally half the price, is that these have oval finger soles. So that's, let's see, 1.2 inches. Then you've got, these are a little bit narrow on the inside. What that means is that more people are going to be, sorry about that, folks, are going to be able to use these. I know that might seem like strange to think about or say, but it's because people with bigger knuckles and bigger hands, see how much space I have there? Granted, this hand, my knuckles are kind of busted up. I grew up, I wouldn't say on a farm, but definitely in a rural situation where I'm doing things that city kids are just never going to do. I also grew up doing martial arts. I'm a former Marine. It makes sense that my knuckles on my shooting hand, my punching hand, are a little thick from abuse. You can see I have a lot less room in these. It's pretty good though. You do want a little bit of space, so don't be afraid of that. This is pretty, I don't want to say it's pretty snug, but any smaller, I don't know if I could really rock these. These don't want the, so this is, the crest is obviously, this is the crest of my knuckles. And that is, seems a little bit full, but right above the crest, like, you know how some knuckles want to ride just beneath? These aren't those knuckles. These are pretty thick. Right above. Bam. Kind of have an old school brace. I mean, these are going to last your whole life. That's just the bottom line. And as far as collectability, I think he is doing another run of, I think, either brass or steel, probably brass. And they're like 2 something, which for me is like, you know, at that point, I wanted to, so I got these because it's kind of a no-brainer for the channel. It's a knife slash knuckle slash EDC review type channel. We talk about philosophy a little bit, but it makes sense because, see, these knuckles aren't as bad. Just because, you know, this is a knife maker making some knuckles, which is cool. So I was like, hell yeah, and they're aluminum, sick. I don't have very many aluminum knuckles. I have like 2 pairs, the grapnels by Brotherhood of the Iron Fist. One of them is spiked. The spiked grapnel to me is very, very, very well done. I need to buy a second. I do also like the horn grapnel. The only problem, it's not really a problem, but they're anodized or ionized, whatever it is. So they do scratch up a little. They're not very coin friendly, but it's not that big of a deal if you get aluminum black. As long as you're not having to black out big chunks of it, then it might look pretty nasty. But yeah, I'm actually, the more I handle them, the more impressed I am. And they do have a finish on them, not a blackened one, but you can tell, you know, where they throw them into like a churning like thing of stones or whatever else they use to give it this look. You see how it has like some wear on it already. But yeah, these are nice. And I think that collectability wise, I would assume are going to hold value. I probably wouldn't let them go for less than I bought them for, to be real honest. And if you're not abusing these, they're going to look nice for a long time. It's not like a knife where you're using up something. unless you're to drop these on something or not store them correctly or just generally abuse them, then maybe you wouldn't be want to do that. But yeah, the Grapnel series this is my third. I got another aluminum knuckle coming, two more actually, and yeah. So I mean, these things are light, more than half as light as these. Cost half or double these though. I really like these. I think that they're great. I'm not gonna lie. Nice and roomy knuckles. But I can't, when you're getting up above 200, then you're into Gilly Customs territory. Where for me, it's like, okay, I definitely need to be seeing something I really, really like to spend it on it. I like Gilly's work a lot. It's been on the channel before. I have a Billy Trident and East Coast Knuckles collab, the spiked knuckles that have been on the channel. I really like those. I have another collab from them coming. But East Coast Knuckles really keeps their work affordable. Stuff that you could, carry, use, not cry when if you do have to, God forbid, tune somebody up and you're very careful in that application of force, bust their brains out and turn their head into a broken grape. If you get caught doing this, even if it's legal in your state, I would expect these to get confiscated. So that's why I don't necessarily, I do carry my nicer ones sometimes, but it's not all the time, simply because, these are self-defense things and the cops are going to want to take them away if you use them. As far as traffic stops go, if it's illegal, I don't think they can take it away, to be honest. I think arresting you for it would be false arrest, and you would probably, you would at that point just have your rights violated. You could probably follow it up in court, makes a little bit of money. But I'll be carrying these for sure. You just have to do the risk reward analysis and then mitigate the risk and try to maximize the reward, basically. So you're gonna, whether you toss these in your pocket or not, it's gonna fit into a greater philosophy of use when it comes to your EDC. I carry mace with me all the time. This stuff that I have right now is amazing. I have used it recently on someone in a very illegal fashion. I'll tell this story soon. And the police weren't happy, and they weren't happy I had knuckles on me. Tough. It's legal where I live, so gonna have to eat a bag of dicks on that one. 5-0. But in any event, that's about all she wrote for this one. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. Hope you folks have a great rest of your day. I probably, sorry to keep hitting this tripod. I'll see what I put down in the description as far as, because the thing is that these are already totally sold out. I only got these because somebody didn't pay. Because I hit up Dan after the fact when he had already, rounded up these people. I don't know how many of these were made, but it was a decent amount. But a small run nonetheless. So these are gone. He's, like I said, he's doing more. I'm sure he'll do more of these simply because they're cool and for him, like it's badass advertisement too. Like that's awesome. A knife maker makes knuckles as well, which is it's common, but at the same time it's not, because so many people are like, oh my god, brass knuckles, knucks. Oh my god, let me clutch my pearls. I'm gonna tell everybody you're a bad guy or whatever the fuck. But yeah, that's about all she wrote for this one. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. Hope you folks have a great rest of your day. Bye now.